What's up, guys? So I'll go ahead and have all the ingredients in the description box for you. But the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and combine all of our ingredients for our spice rub. This is of course going to be for our baked ribs. So I'm going to go ahead and prep our ribs with our spice rub. So I'm going to be using some beef back ribs. You can use pork ribs if that's what you guys prefer, but I went ahead and added the beef back ribs on a large piece of aluminum foil on top of a baking sheet. And I'm just going to go ahead and divide the spice rub between the two beef back ribs here. I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle a good amount on the top and the bottom while rubbing it in. And then gonna repeat that on the bottom of the ribs as well. And then yeah, I had 2 racks here, so I just divided the spice rub enough to coat both of them, top and bottom. Then as you can see, I just tightly wrapped the first rack of ribs with some aluminum foil, and I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process with the spice rub on the second rack here, just rubbing the spice rub on the top and bottom really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and tightly wrap this rack as well with aluminum foil. And then I went ahead and preheated the oven to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. So once I'm done wrapping this rack of ribs really tight with aluminum foil, I'm going to go ahead and pop the baking sheet in the oven, and I'm going to let that cook for 3 hours on the middle rack. And then as you can see, I'm just dicing up an onion here, about half of a medium onion. Gonna need half a cup of finely diced onion for our barbecue sauce. And then also gonna mince up some garlic as well. Also gonna need 1.5 cups of tomato ketchup for our homemade barbecue sauce. So I just added a saucepan on a medium-high heat here, adding 2 tablespoons of neutral oil and then half a cup of finely chopped onion. Gonna let that cook once again on a medium heat, and gonna let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's nice and soft. And then I'll go ahead and add our garlic as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and add our minced garlic, keeping it on a medium-high heat and letting it cook until it's nice and fragrant, so about 30 seconds to a minute. Then I'm going to also add our tomato ketchup, half a cup of water, and then the remaining ingredients for our barbecue sauce as well. Once I add all of the ingredients for our barbecue sauce, I'm going to go ahead and bring our skillet to a nice little simmer, and I'm going to let it simmer on a low heat for 15 minutes. And then I'll remove it from the heat. Once again, after 15 minutes, I'm going to remove it from the heat, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring it to room temperature. Then I'm going to place it in our food processor and get it nice and smooth. Okay, so the barbecue sauce is at room temperature, so I'm going to go ahead and add it to my processor, and I'm going to puree it until it's nice and smooth. Okay, so for the homemade mac and cheese, I decided I'm going to shred up some fresh sharp cheddar, so I have 8 ounces here. Gonna go ahead and shred it up, and then we will go ahead and make our sauce for our mac and cheese. Okay guys, so I have about 25 minutes left on the timer for our ribs. So once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and take those out of the oven and then brush some homemade barbecue sauce all over the top, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in the oven and broil it for a few minutes. So yeah, and then also I'm gonna go ahead and work on the mac and cheese. I have a large pot of water. Turn that on a really high heat. It's gonna bring that to a boil, and then gonna add some sea salt to the water, and then just gonna boil 8 ounces of just dry macaroni noodles. I have the large ones here, so you can use whatever, small or large, whatever you guys like. But yeah, I have the large macaroni noodles here I'm gonna be using. 8 ounces of this, and then we will go ahead and work on our cheese sauce for our mac and cheese. I'm gonna use this little pie dish here. This will be for our cornbread. I'm gonna go ahead and add some spray oil all over the dish. We will bake that last, so go ahead and spray some Pam all over the top, or all over the dish here. Oops. There we go. Okay, gonna put this here. So I'm gonna give a smoky. Gonna give the ribs about 20 more minutes, and then we will go ahead and brush some barbecue. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on the mac and cheese with you right now. Okay, so as you can see, the water is boiling, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some sea salt to the water, and then our elbow noodles, and let that cook until al dente. Now I just have a large skillet on a medium-high heat. Added the butter, gonna let the butter melt, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add our flour and some spices and give that a nice mix for about a minute. Okay, so after the flour is nice and golden, I'm gonna slowly add our milk while whisking, and then I'm gonna get that nice and smooth. Now that it's thickened up a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and add our sour cream, once again whisking that in until it's nice and smooth. So I just have our skillet on a really low heat right now, and I'm gonna slowly add our cheese as well, and mixing that in until it's nice and smooth. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add our cooked pasta to the cheese and mixing that in until everything is evenly distributed, while also turning off the heat. Okay, so now for our homemade cornbread, I'm gonna go ahead and add all of the dry ingredients together, giving it a nice whisk, and then I'm gonna create a hole in the center, a well in the center, and then adding our egg, our oil, some water, and then our milk as well. And I went ahead and greased a 9-inch pie dish, or you can use a square cake pan if you like. And I'm gonna go ahead and add this to our dish, and I'm gonna bake it on 400 degrees Fahrenheit once our ribs are done, and then I'll bake this for 25 minutes. Okay, so after 3 hours, I went ahead and removed our ribs from the oven. They are fully cooked, as you can see, and I'm gonna go ahead and brush a good amount of barbecue sauce all over both rack of ribs here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and turn the oven to broil, and I'm gonna go ahead and broil our ribs for about 3 to 4 minutes, or until it's caramelized. Okay guys, so the cornbread is done. Went ahead and took it out of the oven, and then also just turned on the broiler as well. And I'm gonna pop the ribs in there once that oven beeps. So nice and coated with our homemade barbecue sauce. So let me go ahead and give you guys a look here. Looks delicious and it smells so good. Oh my word. Barbecue beef ribs here. So there's our ribs. Can't wait to try these. But gonna place these guys over here for right now, till the oven beeps here. And then here's our delicious cornbread. Looks so good, homemade cornbread here. So nice and yellow. Smells so good. So I'm gonna place this down here, let this cool off. And then once the oven beeps, I'll go ahead and place those ribs in the oven, let those broil, probably about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for it to beep and then put it in the oven. Okay guys, so here's our homemade barbecue beef ribs here with our cheesy mac and cheese, barbecue beef ribs here, and then some delicious cornbread. Looks so good, I can't wait to try. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat the ribs first. I have a wet towel here because it's super messy, so this here. Okay, give this a try. I have a fork. See how, oh yeah, very tender. Very tender meat, just falls off the bone. That is our beef barbecue ribs. Give this a try. Wow. Melts in your mouth. Oh my word. Just so delicious, so flavorful. I mean, you guys saw so many spices and then that homemade barbecue sauce. Oh my word, so good. Here's our mac and cheese. I chose sharp cheddar today. Oops. Sometimes I use the medium or mild cheddar, but I really like the sharp. It's so good. Super cheesy. Wow. Try this cornbread here. Put some butter on the top too, so yum. Look at that. Cornbread. Moist. Sweet, buttery cornbread. Perfect combination. Smell barbecue. Since the ribs are so tender, it just falls off the bone. Falls off the bone. See? Fell off the bone there. I love that sauce. Wow. Oh yeah, look at that inside there, that meat. Yeah, this is the back of the beef of the cow. Back ribs. Wow. I said, just melts in your mouth. Perfect with the mac and cheese. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I love how I love how sweet the cornbread turned out. I love that. I like my cornbread to be on the sweeter side. Cornbread. Mm. Mm. Yum. To drink, I just have this organic lemon water, 0 sugar, watermelon, lemon perfect. I love this. It's really good. Cheers. So good, so refreshing. Yeah, it's delicious and refreshing hydration. That's what it says. Half a squeezed organic lemon in every bottle. No artificial flavors or sweeteners. 100% DV vitamin C for immune support. So it says drink more lemons. It's really good. Yeah, of course it's my favorite watermelon, so it's delicious. Get some more of this. Ribs here. Fall off the bone. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been in the oven for 3 hours, so very tender. Ribs. Eat it with some mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow. Clean. Clean bone. Excuse me. Let's rip it off the bone here. There we go. Perfect. Lots of fat on this one. Not a fan of that, but get the meat part. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oops. I don't really like super fatty meats, but just tear off the beef parts here, beef chunks. Delicious. Yeah, this is like all fat. But I'm gonna make sure to get all the meat off here. Messy, of course. I love mac and cheese. So good. Last bite. Anyways, guys, this was so delicious. Thank you for watching. Bye.